Hello and welcome everyone to TYTSports Locked Out here in Culver City, California. I probably should have started that off on the soccer/footy stories. However, I promised you guys a Monday Night Football clip from last night's game. I apologize that it is amazingly late today on this Tuesday. I had to produce TYT University John Aderola show. Please do check out his channel as well to support the TYT network. And please do check out our Indiegogo campaign. I shit you not, I can record a voicemail for you if you guys donate for a certain amount. So link is in the description below to the Indiegogo campaign. Very quickly, and then we'll get into your tweets. A 14-9 win for the Seattle Seahawks. They now lead the NFC West. I believe they are 7-1. Yes, they are 7-1. The 49ers are 6-2. We will get into the division in just a moment. The one thing that has been plaguing the Seattle Seahawks this entire season has been offensive line play. Last night, it was just abysmal. Russell Okung and Giacomini were both out, which means that one guy, I mean, look, I'm blanking on what position he had previously, but there were guys in different places that they haven't really been used to playing, and they had two offensive linemen, makeshift offensive linemen, that certainly would not start if Giacomini and Okung were there. So Russell Wilson got sacked a career-high 7 times. He threw 2 touchdown passes, so kudos to him, both of them, by the way, to Golden Tate. One of those was an 80-yard pass, which went for, I believe, Russell Wilson's 132 passing yards yesterday. The running game was abysmal. Meanwhile, firstly, let me call out Golden Tate for a second. He's a good athlete. Hard for me to like him because he went to Notre Dame. I'm kidding. I'm from Chicago. The media attention that Notre Dame gets there is just awful. But him sort of taunting the other guys, I understand that they want to take that away. The refs do, the league does, Roger Goodell, what have you, and not have the up-and-comers who are playing football. They don't want them to do those sorts of things. But you know what? Devin Hester has done it. He hasn't waved in their faces and said bye-bye. But he's high-stepped. Other guys have high-stepped. I think it's the fact that he actually waved his hand. I'm swaying myself, as a matter of fact. Don't wave at the opponent to taunt them. Just go into the end zone. High step, if you will. You could even worm it if you're 80 yards clear and if a defensive lineman is chasing after you. So, meanwhile, Zac Stacy, who went, I believe, to Vanderbilt and was a fantastic runner at the University of Vanderbilt, had an awesome day yesterday. He averaged over 5 yards a carry, and the run game certainly helped the Rams. However, Kellen Clemens did something that not a lot of backups have done this year, aside from Matt Barkley, which is throw a lot of interceptions in one game. We've seen it. We talked about it yesterday with Ben Mankiewicz, my co-host. We talked about Case Keenum, Josh McCown, many others, Jason Campbell for the Browns this past Sunday. The one thing you're asking those backups to do is not turn the ball over, and it gives you a better chance to win the game. Look, they scored 3 field goals. If they would have scored on the last drive, and man, were they driving, then they certainly could have upset the Seattle Seahawks. They certainly beat the spread to the St. Louis Rams. But here's the one thing. Kellen Clemens is a backup. Obviously, he did not put up good numbers yesterday. And here's the one thing. Seattle brought the fucking house on the last play of the game, and it worked out for them immensely. They went single coverage around, and if there's any team in the NFL that can go single coverage all the way around, it's the Seattle Seahawks. They have Richard Sherman, who, by the way, had an interception yesterday. They have Brandon Browner. They have Bennett. I mean, these guys are massive. Not Bennett. I'm blanking on the safety's name. I have his number. I have his name. I can't. Not his name. You understand what I'm saying. Mind fucks on TYT Sports Locked Out. So now I asked all of you guys to chime in on the Twitter what exactly your thoughts were on Monday Night Football last night. Here they were. Mort Finkelstein, my cousin, I went to his bar mitzvah, says, on the last play, Rams shouldn't have emptied the backfield. Blitz opened up the middle and no one crossed. Saints coverage, please. Okay. Mark Colbert tweets at Strom, Rams has them on the ropes and tried to go away from what was working, the run. Seahawks very lucky to escape with the win. Yeah, they were lucky to escape with the win, but saying that they went away from the run is, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, blasphemy. And here's why. They tried running it with Zac Stacy on the goal line, and yet he got stopped. And it was Earl Thomas, by the way, the safety who I couldn't think of before, who stopped him. So to say that they gave up on the run, I think that's bad. Ahmad Saif tweets at Strom, Seahawks D is looking good every game, but doubts linger of having offensive potency to come back down in games against a good team. Alicio Reyes also tweets at Strom, somewhat of a struggle for the Seahawks, but nothing to worry about. Hashtag WhoDatNation. Okay? Tony Cini, who made a fantastic and popular point yesterday, says, great call by Seahawks D, terrible call by the Rams play callers. And Mr. 2012 says, tweets at Strom, does anyone in St. Louis really care about the Rams right now? Well, they said that there were 50,000 fans there. That might be giving them a few fans. Obviously, the Cardinals playing in the World Series last night was also awesome, and reluctantly, it ended on a pop out to right field. Nothing that we ever thought that we would see at the end of a World Series game this year. So let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, what exactly you think about this Monday Night Football game. Also, with the Seahawks and the 49ers, who is going to win that division? Leave a comment there as well. You can follow me on Twitter at Rich Strom and get at me there. And also, please do me a favor, do all of us a favor here on the Young Turks Network, and subscribe to TYT Sports.